Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do the October Sip and Paint we did last week. It was of a fall gnome. So for this painting you will need some blue paint, green, black, white, brown, orange, red, and like a pink flesh color for the gnome's nose. And then a variety of smaller brushes, depending on what size your canvas is. I'm using an 8x10. I'm going to start with the background. It's blue and white. You can use a bigger brush for this. I'm going to start with the blue and start painting stripes up and down the canvas. And then you can just start blending in some white. Once you have the canvas completely covered, you're going to let it dry. Next, you're going to start with the grass. So use a smaller brush and some green paint at the bottom, making upward strokes. Next, we're going to start with the Gnome Outline. So use a small brush and some white paint, and we're just going to place the gnome on the canvas. I'm going to start with where his head should be, which is a little bit below midway and a little bit to the right. That's about how big his head's going to be. His nose is going to be right here. And this is his beard. His body. And his arms. And this is just a rough sketch, so you know where everything is. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just put it in real quick. His hat. Next, you can paint in his coat that he's wearing. Next, we're going to paint in his beard. Start with white and put it right on the canvas. And then using the smallest amount of black, you can start blending in the black to make it gray. Next, we're going to paint in his nose and hands. And this hand is going to be holding a pumpkin, so you're just going to make it a round circle like his nose. Next, we're going to paint in his shoes. I'm using brown paint. Put one there. And then you can outline the bottom of his shirt and bottom of his shoes with some black and a small brush. And then we can go ahead and start on the hat. I'm just going to follow the pattern on the picture that I have, but you can do it whatever order you want. I'm going to make some stripes starting with brown. So I'm going to go right on top of his nose, like that. And then make sure you follow that same shape you started with for the rest of the stripes. Next, you can paint the pumpkin that he's holding. And then I'm going to use black for the stem. You can add some white to the orange to give it some highlights on each side. I'm going to paint a little mushroom over here with some white for the stem. Red for the cap. I'll let the red dry and then we'll go back in and add some white spots. I'm going to paint in an extra mushroom over here since there's some space. And while that's drying, you can paint in some falling leaves around your gnome. Use whatever color you want, orange, red, yellow. And then lastly, you can paint your spots on the mushrooms. And that's all for this Sip and Paint. Thank you all for watching and let us know how your paintings turned out. Have a good day.